We are back. We're going to knock out another GT500 build. This is the Fanhome quick update on the last book, 19. I was missing the little hose that goes to the NOS bottle. Contacted Fanhome support. They are going to send me another one. And they did say, as a reminder, please make sure you request any replacement parts within 60 days of receiving original shipment. This was beyond that a little bit because I'm about, well, 5 boxes technically behind because I had that snafu. Well, I had to move, so that put me a little behind. I like to try to get boxes more than one, because they send these one a month, which is just excruciating. Try to wait. I like to have all of them at once, but let me make sure that has my super secret address on there. But I mean, they send these big boxes, and sometimes you hardly get anything in them, right? And then, you know, you've seen where I've had to tell them, hey, my kit packs are missing parts, and that sets you behind, especially if they ship the replacement to my old address, even though they have my new address. We've harped on that, but we're going with book 20. And I don't know, I'm using this computer desk, this old computer desk that I had as my hobby desk. I thought it was pretty cool, rather than the card table or the folding table I was using, but it kind of makes it short on table space because I can't tuck the car underneath this shelf here. So let me actually, for this one, I'm going to roll this guy out. Roll her over. Is it a guy or a girl? Eleanor is a girl. Roll her out of the way. And 20. This is going to be some engine, well, some engine parts, some radiator parts, looks like. So we'll retrieve our radiator piece from the last book. And you know what I'm going to do, actually? Make sure that before I open these packs, I'm going to snap a little picture on my phone to make sure I have all the parts for each one. So bear with me. I'm tired of like opening these up and be like, did I drop that on the floor? What's going on? But we're going to deal with it this way. We're going to deal with it this way. Digital phone pictures. Make sure I can see all the parts there. That'll help me for my sanity in case I'm missing yet another part. Make sure there's nothing hidden there. I think that'll help me, maybe. It's got such a glare on it. So far they've been good about sending replacement. It's just annoying that you even have to go through that. Okay. Filming this on a Saturday morning. Well, late morning. Watch Coffee Walk. I love that. Dennis Collins' Coffee Walk. That's one of my favorite YouTube things to watch. He puts them out like on Friday, and I like to watch them Saturday morning. Because I used to watch car shows Saturday morning, and I don't have regular TV anymore. Things are different now with streaming services. So he kind of took that place. It's pretty cool. I like him. Goes and finds, he's a Jeep guy, but he goes and finds all kinds of cars. Alright, pack 75. This one looks like it's going to be easy to knock out. What else I watch? I watch Toy Federation on Saturdays as well. So I'll hit up Coffee Walk and then Toy Federation. He's got the always buying classic toys. I'm a sucker for that stuff. 80s toys and stuff like that. But he's got his own store, and we are going to be putting together a fan shroud, with some PS. Get this light here. With some PS 05 screws. See, and this is why I like to just, you know, I got the Enterprise build going. Missing a part on that. It's on order. But once I get that, I think I'll be able to bring all that Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise stuff out and build. Because like I said, I don't have a lot of space. So when I got to put all this up back on the shelf, if I switch over to a different build. So I'd like to be able to roll through what I got, box-wise. And before I put this stuff away, this is fan shroud assembly. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's pretty much, I'm not World of Wayne here, and it's kind of turned into a, oh man, my light, overhead light went out. Adjust this. You're probably going to have to sit through all that, because I don't know if I cut that out or not, me messing with that light. I'll try to cut it out if I remember. Okay. Fan shroud on top of radiator. PS05 screws. Let me switch out my bits. Where's my bigger bit? Actually, that one is it. I got the right bit. Load up the screwdriver. It's not going into anything. Oh, there is a nubbin right there. I had it right though. Just make sure it fits right through there. So hopefully in the previous stage you loaded up, you aligned your hole with the grill hole. These go, oh, I'm trying to put that in the wrong spot. So there's actually, it doesn't go in there. Screw goes in these little side holes, little corner holes. This looks like a really, you know, easy kit to knock out, and I'm over here on the struggle bus. Trying to put it together. I caught probably last hour, extended hour of the Locked and Loaded E-Bomy show over on Rumble last night. Always a good time. But be warned, I mean, they were pretty okay as far as language and stuff like that, but it's adults only show. Make sure the kiddos are off doing something else. Okay, that shroud's on. And apparently that's it. Wow. So that one's complete for now. But we're going to continue on with the next kit. And that one is, still working with the radiator. So we got the radiator, front honeycomb, and top. And Pre-Dawn, aka Jeremy, or I guess Jeremy, aka Pre-Dawn, on there, and he's really livened up the show and you know, interacting with the, because you can do the live comments. I like that, you know, participate with the live stream. And Joey Cuz on there, John Solar, and then of course the E-Bomy, the legendary E-Bomy is on there. Fun times. Fun times. Keep me out of trouble. Stay home. Got this honeycomb here. It's going to go on the back side. It's going to go on this front side of this piece right here. And looks like it doesn't really matter. There's a little nubby sticks out right there for it to sit over. Looks like we're gonna hold it in place. It's got nubs in this corner and then screw holes for PS12 screws. These little tinies in the other corners. Let's scoot this camera up a little bit. If I was professional, I'd have like a overhead camera, gantry. But me, I'm just straddling, I'm straight up straddling a tripod. So I'm always having to look around the tripod. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like a dummy. And I need my other bit. I need my smaller bit. Where the heck did I put that? It was underneath the lady. Off to the side. Switch this out. Alright, let's see if we can expedite this build. PS12 screw. They're tiny. Almost so tiny it's difficult for my snatched fingers to grab hold of them. There we go. One in the corner, snugged. Yeah, this piece should just pop on in place, but we're over here having to screw this in. Although so far there's some design elements of this that's straight up designed for you to have to assemble some parts just so they can stretch these kits out. That's how they make their money on these. They stretch this build out over X amount of months, multiple kits. The more kits, the more money they make. I mean, they need to make money to stay in business, don't get me wrong, but dang, man, some of the stuff is like, why am I having to do it this way? I think that's pretty well secure in. Now we get our radiator top. Radiator top. Need to get the radiator cap out. These Partworks kits are kind of fun. The biggest drawback is just the time involved, and then you add up the overall cost. If you're buying these kits, I mean, it's like a monthly thing, so it's spread out over X amount of months, which stretches out into years. Years. Crazy. If I was retired and just had extra cash, maybe. Alright. I'd do more of these, but daggum. You gotta have space. But it allows me to spend some time with you out there in YouTube land. Put the cap on. There was a keyway. We're going to use a PS12 on the underside, which is unfortunate. These are tiny ass screws. I don't like these small screws. Hard to use. They don't really hold on to much. Ooh. That one was trying to go in sideways. Snug and stop. That is good to go. Now take our main radiator assembly piece here, and this piece, does it matter? So these ears are they centered? They don't look centered. They're off-centered. So which way goes to which? I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. Maybe the other way. Are these holes different? Are these posts different sizes? Okay. So these posts are different size. It doesn't tell you in the book, because why would they want to explain anything? But the post on the right here is skinnier than that other thicker shaft. So holes can only go one way. It just seems, that just seems weird to me. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but doesn't that look weird to you? Looks weird to me. Oh well, stop overthinking it. You're not going to see most of this anyway. Now we get this other piece, and it's going to snap over, basically, like this. Somehow. Or does it have to? There we go. You gotta have to kind of push this radiator top up over a little bit because it's kind of canted over. But that went in, that cleaned it up nice. That looks like a radiator mostly. That's done. That's complete. Set this to the side. Keep our fan with it. Now, got some engine parts here. We're going to be doing an engine timing cover. Hear my tummy grumbling. I did eat breakfast, so I guess that's it digesting. As I get older, the noises become more and more, which is always a good sign, right? Gut health. Oh boy, this will be fun. Oh, that's a metal piece right there. That's a metal piece. I guess I should be bringing y'all down a little bit. Alright. Timing cover. Steering pump bracket. Kind of looking at my parts here, make sure I got everything. Power steering pump. What is this? Timing cover bracket. And a bunch of screw packs. And oh, this little thing. They're calling this the small stopper. That's a part that could be lost easily. So I got all my parts. Taking the timing cover, timing chain cover, flipping it over like so. Taking this small stopper. It's got a small nub. That is going in here. We'll press in situation like that. And what was this piece? This thing here, steering pump bracket. We're going to use some DSO2s. Ooh, D. You know what they say when it's time for the D. That's right, Den Scourge. Are you even with me? Don't think so. I'm going to get some fresh 3-in-1 oil in this little tray up here. Because you want to dip the tip. For these DSO2s, because D stands for, nope, not that. It stands for die-cast metal. So it's going to cut its own threads into this metal part here. I need a napkin. Got some of that lube on me, some of that oil. So the trick is, get the bigger bit. And this is a big tip for this and any of the other Partworks kit. If you got a screw going into, I tell you what, the 3-in-1 oil is definitely a different color than the gun oil I was using. This thing cuts its own threads, so you put a little 3-in-1 on it, oil, dip the tip, And that helps it a long way. We go like this. And down in there like that. DSO2 screws. I'm gonna put the one on the bottom first. I have been drinking a lot of coffee this morning. Not real shaky, but I have my moments. I used to have super steady hands. As you get older, or as I get older, not so much. Depending on what I'm doing. Another screw, DSO2 that I have dipped the tip. These you got to use a little more force, down force in it. A little harder to screw in. That one's snugged up. I'm going to check the top one again. It can go in a little more snug. That's crazy, man. All that for that little plastic bracket. Okay. Now, get our water. What was this? Was this the water pump or power steering pump? Let me see. Power steering pump. I guess that makes sense. It looks more like a power steering pump. And our steering pump bracket. We're going to use nothing, and it just slips over. Orients like this. Looks like to me. Oh yeah, there is a half one flat side, so it is keyed, which is good. That is a compression fit. Make sure we're all the way on, and we are. Now this is going to get some PS. We're back to the PS. Plastic, P for plastic, so no lube. Get one of those out. And it's going to go like this. Like that. Flip it back over. PSO5 screw up in there. This small stuff a little bit tedious as far as the build goes, but it's part of it. Gotta get our... I just wish they did like all the engine stuff at one time. So I've got like a parts box sitting over to the side. It's got some engine components in it that I've had forever. You know, when I started the build. So this is complete for this kit. And we are almost done with this box. Now we're going to do part pack 78, and it looks like a quickie. That's what she said. We're going to open this up. Carefully spill out the parts. I'll put this oil tray up here so I don't knock it. And we have... I wish these were real hoses. These are plastic. They should have gave us real hose. For this price point, I think. So these two fake radiator hoses, they're just going to press together. Like that. So at least we're not having to screw those together. Like that. Pretty easy. And then we're going to get our radiator from previous. This is another keyed situation, so you have the flat and the round. Line it up accordingly. Press into place. That's in. What is this, an alternator? This is another one that's very hard to see, but way down in there it does have a flat to match up with this flat on that post. So, and my neck just popped. spine in there. Popped, it was weird. Press that into place. Doesn't quite line up the way I think it should, but it's keyed, it only goes in one way. But the detail work doesn't quite line up. It's close. But it's all plastic pressed in. Now this, we're going to use another PSO5 screw. So I'm going to use the one. Then we have an extra one. Yeah, from the last pack, rather than open up a brand new pack. May have to open up a brand new pack anyway. I'm going to use this one up first. PSO5 plastic. Get our timing cover. And this is going to go. How does this go? Like this. Put that in there. Load up our screwdriver with the PSO5. And secure this. Remember, it's plastic, so once you snug it, don't over tighten. Just snug it to where it's not moving and you're good to go. At this belt drive assembly, again, that would have been cool if it was real belts. I mean, even if they used rubber for the belts, but I guess this is going to be easier in the end. Just not going to look as realistic. This is going to go like that. And get our fan. That's going in there like that. Can you even see this? Why is it this lighting? Oop, I just switched it to a different color. I don't know what I'm on now, but is that the right way? I don't know if that was the right way. Yeah, it was. Like that. On the back side, we're going to secure it with a PSO5 screw. I really don't want to open up this brand new pack of PSO5s. I'm going to open up. I got a bunch of my extra, so I just need one screw. They give you a bunch of extras. Kind of easier to keep track of them if they're still in the original pack, sorta. So I haven't label makered any of this extra screw box. Got this little box for like 99 cents Walmart. It's okay. It's not as nice as the big one that Fanhome actually gives you with, which I guess it was Eagle Moss to begin with, the Enterprise build. So I'm going to load up a PSO5. We're going all the way in there. We got to do a deep insertion. Hold the fan blade, and just till it's snuggied. Oh, cool, and it still moves, so that's nice. Cool, that's complete. So that is what we did. That's what we done did in this book. Isn't that wild? And I made it way harder than it really should have been. If you're not having to try to film and be a big dummy like me, try and talk and chew bubblegum at the same time, it's probably going to be easier for you. Let's see what we got at the back of this book. See what kind of ladies we got in this issue. Lindsay, 1999 Bentley Arnage. Diane, 1995 Ferrari F355 Berlinetta. I like the red. Diane, I like you in red over the yellow. And we have a ugly ass Mustang convertible, 98 to 99. The New Edge, which actually had a couple models. This model here. See, they're saying 98 to 99. This is not a 99. This would be, so 99 they went to the New Edge. 98 they were still in this, what was it, the S95 model or whatever. The rounded, I mean, it was pretty cool when it first came out, and I had a couple of different ones there to include a 97 Cobra. They are not the best looking Mustangs, although if I could find one cheap I'd grab another one. Just mess with it. That's it, book 20. We are done. And that is 33 minutes and some change of your life you will never, ever, ever get back. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Boom.
Hey, don't let your mother smell that beer on your breath. She'll take it out on me.